Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Sarasota Tim, 6:57. What took you so long to get up? I've been up for a while, but I had to take a shower and wash the sleep off, put on a nice shirt for you. And now I'm going to go out to my car and get my mic, so the audio is going to be better. I'm not going to get cheap on you, so I'll be right back, and then we're going to have some coffee, have morning chat like I promised you. And I got a lot of stuff to talk about, some breaking news, something that's going to be happening tomorrow. And today is Crunch Day. And how are you 181,000 beautiful souls doing this morning? Thanks for joining the channel. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Don't scream, you got a microphone. Let's make some coffee. I didn't get ahead of you or anything. And T just went to McDonald's to get a zing instead of me doing it. And she's going to bring back a biscuit for me, I guess. But let's get this coffee going. Now you guys know. Hang on. You guys know how to do it, right? Here we go. Hang on a second. All right, so she forgot her phone, just came back. Now let's put this down in there. You remember yesterday I opened up a new bag of gold. One of my last two bags. This is the other half. We don't need to use that spoon this morning because we can just pour it in there. Woo! That's plenty. Now let's get us some water out. I got water in my secret spot here. One. And we got some spares there we can use to get it up to the full line. Let's get that goodness in us, man. One whole bottle. You ready? Tammy hates that. Too much noise for her. I'm like, well, you got to do it. Put all these big bottles in the trash and fills up your can too quick. You get all kind of tips over here on this channel. By the way, I want to say thank you again very much to the community. Everyone is so involved, talking about the cars and just different things. I even washed my pot out this morning. I'm going to use the Sarasota Tim cup. But no, I really I see the notifications coming in, often. I can turn that off. I still get the comments, but I was seeing that people were, and so you might have saw and noticed that I responded relatively quick because I ain't got nothing else to do. No, I just wanted to kind of get engaged. I'm enthused about the cars. I was reading your comments, and it's not a car channel. A couple people made some comments. It's an eclectic channel. I just happen to have bought one. I've been looking at them on YouTube. I see them on the lots. There's a couple of dealers around me here. And so I made some videos. But it's kind of cool. I didn't know where to begin. I got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. I've got my Invicta watch collection I'm going to show you. And what is this? Venezia. Do you guys remember where Venezia is? Remember this circle, St. Armand Circle over on Lido Key? So yesterday I visited Fred and Rafaela, and they always insist on feeding me. I just wanted to go over there for some coffee. I was in the area. I was over at Nathan Benison Park, and before I go on the cruise, I wanted to say hello to them. And, they're getting up in their years, and, you don't ever know. The ship could sink. I don't mean anything could happen to them. They're very healthy, doing very well. But while I was there, I showed you guys a video. She pulls out an $8 cheese pizza from Aldi's. Aldi's is owned by somebody else. It's a pretty big company. And she loves Aldi. I don't go there that often. She says great price on cheese. I mean, milk, butter. They got good produce, she says, and things like that. And then she shops at Walmart or not Walmart actually. I think she might go to Publix for other things. Oh no, BJ's. She's a BJ's gal because Fred and Rafaela, they're thrifty. They go in there and they buy the stuff by the pallet, once a month. They don't go every day like I do. They go once. And she knows, being a great cook, exactly what they're going to eat throughout the month. I mean, she's got her recipes. She does like to make new things because she was telling me yesterday how she likes to take a screenshot and try recipes that she gets on Facebook. Yeah, she's on Facebook. So I had that pizza with them. Well, then Tammy and I went over to St. Armand's last night, and we sat at Venezia, the Italian restaurant, and it was going off again. That lady was singing. People were walking all around. Crazy kids were driving around those e-bikes, which they're going to put a law to that. They're riding right between pedestrians and through the sidewalk cafes, willy-nilly, too fast, a bunch of spoiled kids. And they're just going around the circle, round and round and around, and through all the people. And it's not safe. And I'm getting too old now, right? I'm complaining about the kids. But it wasn't cool what they were doing. Well, I mean, they were running out in front of cars. I've seen people speeding through there in their cars like they're on the freeway. There's speed bumps to slow you down. There's pedestrians, it's dark, walking everywhere. And I've seen cars coming through there like they're getting on the get-on ramp at the freeway. I couldn't believe it. Bad drivers are my pet peeve. I can't take it. I am a slow driver. I've never had a ticket in my life. You guys know about that accident where the guy took my front bumper off and he was found at fault, and I got all my money back, including my deductible and some depreciation money for my truck. It wasn't much. I guess they didn't figure, since it was just a simple replacement of the entire bumper, but not one single bit of damage to hardware where it screws in inside, or the body, the paint, nothing got damaged. It just hooked that corner and bent the bumper out and didn't even pull it out of its where the screws go in to hold it on. So I didn't get too much on diminished value. But I do have something on Carfax saying it was crashed, which is not good. And it already had one when I bought it. Somebody that owned it backed into something, or somebody hit them in the back, and it even states, it gives you very specifics on these Carfax. I don't know if you have Carfax in your state, but it's like a record that goes on the car. If you file insurance on anything to fix a scratch, it goes on the Carfax in Florida. So it even states it was very, very minor damage. So, but it doesn't change the fact that when someone wants to buy your vehicle and they look at Carfax, oh, it's been in 2 crashes? Anyway, back to Venezia. She made a pizza. We go over there. Tammy wants a slice. But they don't sell slices. She says, this ain't lunchtime. This is big time. All these people are sitting there, drinking their red wines and their white wines, and they got their pizzas and their pastas, and they're sitting outside. So I said, all right, bring us a small cheese pizza. So I ordered 2 pizzas. I had 2 pizzas yesterday, and of course we didn't eat it all, and I didn't want much. And this is a pizza from Venezia. It's, I left it in the trunk of my car all night. But it was in this, excuse me, I got it, and in that bag. But it's a cheese pizza with some basil on it. And it's the real bread, it's the real dough, it's really good. So this can certainly be toasted up later today and will be good. Everybody knows pizza the next day is good, especially cold pizza. You like cold pizza out of the refrigerator? I do. Guess what I hear? You hear that gargling? Here, let me put the microphone there. That's the sound of goodness about ready to get in me. So anyway, that's the pizza story. I had pizza twice. And so it's off to the races this morning and get some miles in, some steps in. But I got that breaking news for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. We got the Almond Joy still, but I'm going to kick it with Irish cream still. This is the best. Pour us a little in here. That's enough. Here it comes. Oh, look at that. Highlander grog. Look at that rich, dark coffee in a clean, new coffee pot. I washed all out. Lit up. Halfway. I love putting the cream in first, of course, because that mixes it up. I read your comment yesterday that you like to heat your cream. It's a very good idea for a few seconds if you're dealing with ice cold cream. You like a lot of it. It makes your coffee cold. And some of these Mr. Coffees don't make really hot coffee. I had one that I always had to microwave after I poured a cup. It was really annoying. This one does pretty good. Oh my goodness. That is goodness. Oh, wow. That's that, what, Irish cream and Highlander grog. And it's hot. And it's delicious. Folks, that's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Dang, that's good coffee. That is good coffee. Now, down here in the drawer, there is no more. I do not lie. Folks, I'm going to tell you why I ain't too worried about it. This is definitely the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. It's the last couple of cups of the Highlander grog. I could have ordered it. I could have had it. I went to that Yoder's that day and I saw these specialty coffees. There's that Morton Gourmet restaurant market down near the hospital. When I used to go there a long, long time ago, I saw they had a whole array of specialty coffees. And I thought, there's got to be other best cup of coffees you ever drink in your life. I even thought about getting the Dunkin' Donuts coffee, because I like it. But the reason I'm not too worried about it, and this is being the last of this morning, this is the, not the last morning chat, but the last, we might have one in the morning, but probably not. Because, how you cruising? That's right, baby. Cruise time. Tomorrow. Early. Out of here. Yeah, Bubba. Number 16. We're getting ready to embark on a beautiful Royal Caribbean cruise. California Steve is on one right now. He sent me some pictures yesterday. Him and his wife, they flew all the way to Italy and Germany before embarking on a cruise ship to cruise transatlantic back to, I don't know if it actually cruises around the Mediterranean there and then gets back and then they get on a plane and return to California, or if it cruises to California. I really don't know. But he returns the day before mine returns. Our cruises are always a week, so we get back on the 15th. But I'm a Diamond member with Royal Caribbean, and that gives me a couple of free days of internet, and I can use, Tammy's a Diamond member, so that's what we do. We'll use the two And then with T-Mobile, one of the countries in Mexico or something we're going to is going to have either I can call there free and all that kind of stuff from here, or I can do something from there. Now I know when you go to the Virgin Islands, you have free phone service because that's the United States, St. Thomas. But we're not going there. But very excited. Got some new shorts and shoes and shirts, and going to take the sunscreen, and Tammy's got her a couple of go to hell hats that she can be wearing around the pool. We're going to be sitting poolside. I think there's like 11 pools, 22 bars, 75 restaurants. I mean, it's a beautiful, fun thing to do. And the reason we like it is because we're not going to be buying any gas. We're not going to be driving any cars. We're not going to be having to pay anything for entertainment. You get it all on the cruise. Think about this. Some people like resorts. If you go fly somewhere or you have a nice resort, I live in Florida. I could drive to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, in Tampa, anywhere, Naples, and go to a resort. As long as I'm on that property, I'm resorting. I got everybody doing the same thing. They're over there, I'm there. But when it comes time for dinner, then first of all, I need a car. And then I got to drive to a restaurant and have a good meal, a nice restaurant. But nobody else is at that resort that I'm at that restaurant with. They're just people. I don't have any entertainment at the resort. I have swimming pools, movie stars, but I don't have any world-class Broadway, high-wired, high-diving, stage act, ice skating, dancing, unbelievable sound system, light shows. I don't have any of that. If I go find it, I got to pay, and I don't know where there's any world-class entertainment around. And then I got to drive back along with all the road ragers that aren't in the same mode as me because they're just going home. They're local. I'm not in a same group of people for a week. The thing about cruising is there are no cars. It's a captured audience. We're all on the ship. We all seen the same shows. We're all seeing and going to the same dinners at different times and buffets. We're all going to karaoke that we've been there we can talk about. We all have a balcony ocean view room for the most part. There's a few interior rooms, but most people, if you've seen those ships, are nothing but solid balconies on both sides. We're all seeing those shows. We're all, not having to worry about road rage. We're all walking up and down the promenade. There's entertainment every second minute of the day. There's a couple of sheets where they don't even give you the paper anymore. It's all on your phone. You can go here and there and everywhere, and there's always something, some piano bar or live music going on down in the promenade. The promenade is like walking down a mall. And when I tell you it's wider than the UTC mall that I videoed, I'm not lying. That promenade is wider and it's like walking down the mall. And there's a coffee shop I love to sit at. It's 24 hours a day. Sit there, free coffee, hot coffee all the time. There's a whole casing of danishes and cookies and different snacks you can have with your coffee, of which I generally don't indulge in except one or two. There's a pizza place that's open 24 hours a day. And then the other restaurants are open late, but they don't stay open 24 hours a day. And so you have room service. Now, I don't mean room service that you can order that. I mean maid service. In a hotel, you get it once. If you're there for 2 days, you might get some fresh towels. They don't come in the next day and do your room. And they come in twice a day. As soon as you blow out in the morning and go to breakfast or get off the ship on an excursion or just go sit by the pool, they kind of learn your schedule and they'll come in and clean that room. You come back, it's like just got on the ship again. A brand new, fresh made room. And there's an ice bucket in there, and I always requisition ice to be kept for me. And I always requisition a memory foam topper added to the bed. And one time they didn't have any, but they actually just took another whole set of bedclothes and put that on top. and we slept on that. Because I kid you not, if there's any con, I think their beds are hard. Now, this is a different ship we're going to be on. Who knows? Maybe the bed will be good, but I'm going to requisition it anyway. I like a soft bed. And so it's the best value because for the whole week, you're with like-minded people. There's always something going on. You know, there's an itinerary. You got a scheduled a comedy show, karaoke, Broadway entertainment. They got this high diving thing off the back of the ship. It's called the Aqua Theater. And get this. Don't forget, I'm a kid at heart. They have these beautiful swimming pools. I mean, beautiful. This one that's like level with the water. It just kind of washes up on the cement there where the flooring where the chairs are a little ways, like a beach. And there's other pools that are just, you know, the water's just below the lip all the way around. We like to go to that one where the water kind of meets the edge and kind of washes up. And sometimes you don't feel the boat move. You don't feel the ship move ever. But it is, and so the water naturally will show a little, you know, movement. But there's water slides. There's these big, I mean, just like if you went to Disney, whatever they call their water theme park they got there. You know, the top shelf best one with the, you know, real scary black tubes you go down and twist through. They got this one that you come out in this huge saucer bowl that when you come out of the tube, you go around the saucer like a couple of times before it drains you down into this hole that shoots you out to the thing where you get out and go do it again. And the deal on that one is who can make the record of going around before it drains you. So there's a secret way to lay down and arch your back and kind of get your skin to slide over the water. There's tricks, man. There's tricks you gotta know about. Oh yeah, check this out. Back of the ship, surfing. That's right. They got the flow rider, where you get on these boogie boards, and it's a man-made water shoots in front of you up over this little hill, and it's like riding a wave. You can surf, or you can belly board, you know. And then there's a full size basketball court, of which they're playing pickleball now. There's a whole section back there of 3 or 4 or 5 ping pong tables. There is goofy golf, putting, you know, golf. Zip lining. Yeah, right across the basketball court, across the open part that shows you all the way down to the bottom floor of the ship, which is called Central Park. There's 5 neighborhoods. That's how big this ship is. And one of them's called Central Park. And they got the zip line in the back of the ship where it goes over the the boardwalk in the back, actually, where it's really far down. So it's kind of scary and cool. It's a short ride, but it's fun. All free. There is no extra charges for anything except one thing, and I do not recommend anyone do it. Well, I do on one thing. Let me correct myself. Everybody knows you get free food on a cruise. Okay? Let's get some more coffee. You can tell I'm hopped up. I'm ready to go, baby. You get free food. But they got restaurants called for a fee, that you can go and sit down. Those restaurants are located in Central Park. They're kind of, there's 1 or 2 more that's not in there, but they're mostly all in there. It's like Restaurant Row. And you pay extra. I think it's $50 a head. And they give you, believe me, one thing you will get. And you get really good service in the main dining room that's free. But they come over and they do this extra concierge type service for you. And you're supposedly getting a much better quality steak or this Italian food. And I bought the whole for fee dining package once because you know why? Oh my gosh. That's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Man. Good coffee. Good enough to slurp. When we cruise on Royal Caribbean, our booking agent has always, we don't book with the Royal Caribbean, has always gotten us onboard credit money. It's been anywhere from as little as $50 to $350. Cash money. Money you can use for anything, excursions, those restaurants, alcohol, Cokes, which are not included. You get water, tea, and lemonade, and they're cheap coffee, but there's a Starbucks, there's a Johnny Rockets, which we love, and there's those for-fee restaurants, jewelry stores, clothing stores, gift shops. All of that, you can use that money towards. So we got $350 or something like that once. Big promo going on. And we just said, what are we going to spend this money on? Because everything's free. So we had, it was tough. So we bought the dining package where we can go to any of those other restaurants as many times as we want for the week, or all individually. We did not think, except one, the hibachi thing where they chop it all up, you know, that Japanese place you go and you sit with other people and all. That was the only one that was fun and really kind of good. Everything else was like good, but wasn't any better than the food we were getting at the sit-down diner. And a lot of times we don't go to the sit-down diner, which I do like to do. We go to the Windjammer, Royal Caribbean's buffet on the very top of the ship. It's called the Windjammer. It is a huge flying saucer looking type hat on the top of the cruise ships that has floor to ceiling bay windows completely around it, 360. It's the highest point on the ship, about 18 floors up. And you can see out the ocean, you see mountains on the islands you might pass by, you see other cruise ships, freighters, you see all kind of fish and different things jumping if you look. There's always something going on. It's not just a bunch of water out there. And it's just an amazing place. And it's just this huge carousels, one after the other, as you go around this big flying saucer called the Windjammer. And I have a nickname. You know about my sayings? I don't know how I come up with it. Doesn't make any sense. But the Windjammer is not the Windjammer to Tim. Tim and Tammy, let's go to the Shawshank. I just couldn't think of Windjammer the first 2 or 3 cruises. It just wouldn't come to me. And I don't know how Shawshank come out. Remember the movie Shawshank Redemption? Has nothing to do with it. But I call it the Shawshank. So if you go to the Shawshank, you go in and there's carousels of Asian, American, European, just endless desserts. And it's just all there for the taking. Big, giant, and they stay there. And you take a spoon, you drop a little something there, they wipe it. And I mean, it is kept clean and neat and perfect. There's a hot dog and hamburger section. There's the meatloaf and mashed potatoes. There's juices. There's, you name it. It's just cool. Very cool. And guess what? You want to eat breakfast, you want to go like get a zing and a biscuit this morning, and you even use your app, the McDonald's app, it's going to run you $5. You can sit there and eat 2 biscuits and then go back and get pancakes or go over and get you a hamburger or whatever you want. It's never going to be any extra. Do we eat like pigs when we're on that cruise? No. Do we eat more than we probably do? Well, you know, we go up there and indulge, you know, we think about it and we go get a snack or whatever because it's for the taking. Everything is so glorious. You just get up 24 hours a day. You can go out on your balcony and look at that ocean. You can go on the top deck where the pools are and look at that ocean. Did I tell you about the jacuzzi tubs they got? They got these huge, I don't know, 15-person round jacuzzis that bubble up really good. And they're right on the edge of the ship. You can just sit there like this on the edge and look down at the ocean. And the water falls over like a waterfall into this thing below the jacuzzi. And then it sucks it back up, you know, and keeps it really full. And there's lights in there. 24 hours a day. Go down there. We call that the tub. Let's go get in the tub. We got our names for stuff. And karaoke is a blast. You go into the karaoke and you hear these people that are, they need some music lessons. But it's good. And then you find some real talented people. I would never do it. Oh, man. It's the best cup of coffee you ever drink in your life, folks. At Highlander Grog. So, what else can I tell you? It's just the best value you can get, because here's what it's going to be. If you can go on a 7-day cruise on a Royal Caribbean ship, get an ocean view balcony room for 7 days, and if you paid $2,000, $1,000 per person, how much is that per day average for you? 7 days, $125 to $150, whatever it is, right? You can't go get a good meal for less than $40. You can't rent a car. You can't go see any kind of world-class entertainment. You can't get a room for that per day. You can't get room service. You can't get all of this food any time of the day, as much of it as you want for that. All of this that I just told you is $125 to $140 or $50, not even $150 per day. Whatever 7 will go into 1,000. 7 will go into 100. 3 times is, oh my gosh, don't get me going on the math. It's cheap. And then you walk off the cruise ship, and then what you saved on your utility bills at home, not putting gas in your car, not buying groceries for the week, and the onboard credit they'll give you, net, you have had the vacation of a lifetime. You go to 3 different countries. If they go to all these different ports, we're going to 4. 4 countries. Bahamas, Mexico, and Mexico. 4 ports, though. And we've been all the itineraries. We've been on the Eastern, the Western Caribbean, everything. We don't even get off the ship anymore. We really don't, because it's a port. And they make them really nice. You got gift shops and all that. It's not trashy, but it's not the genuine country. Unless you get in a car with one of them people or on a bus for extra money for an excursion, which is where they make a lot of money, and they take you on some sightseeing thing and take you into town or whatever, because that thing's only going to be there 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. Some are there from like in the morning when you get up early, like 7, and leave about 5. You're sitting down at the dinner table at the dining room, and you look out the window, and you didn't even feel anything. All of a sudden, you see water going by. You're like, we left. We didn't even know it. We can't feel anything. That's another thing. I can't tell you enough. I'm not lying. You don't know when that ship stops and goes. In fact, so many times I'll wake up, or in the evening, I'll say, I want to go see the departure. I'll go out to the pool deck. We're already at sea. Or I'll wake up in the morning and not get out there early enough. It's already parked. And you get out there, you're shooting them ropes to these guys that meet the ship when it comes in. They tie them around those big poles. They got like so many stringer lines, guy lines, dock lines, whatever you call it, holding that baby in. It's pretty cool to watch them come in. They got all them bow thrusters, and it's all done by a computer. The captain up there with his little joystick. He's got a shifter about this long that pushes this 248,000 gross ton, 1,150 length, 150 foot wide ship. That's right. Biggest on the planet. All right, so that's it on that. Now, for the second half of the show, I'm going to close this one down. It's been 32 minutes. Crush it!